everyone, and welcome back to the stream. It's been a hot minute since we've streamed on this laptop. It is already getting ready to take off into space, but hello! Is my mic peaking? Because it looks like it's peaking. Anyway, hi. I'm streaming from Moya's apartment. A laptop streamer. We're going back to our roots tonight. But we're streaming from Moya's apartment because I'm dog sitting. But since we're on a laptop, we're just gonna hang out for a little bit. And maybe Kyoto will decide to come visit us. He's napping right now. He's an old dog who takes lots of naps, and he's honestly perfect for me. It seems good. Okay, awesome. Also, hello, Sweetie, and hello, Doc, and hello, Blue. How are you? New phone, who's this? Dog sitting, you say? Yes. So, if you guys remember Moya from Egg SMP and our Stardew streams, they took a little vacation. They left Sunday, and they come back tomorrow, so I've been camping out in their apartment, keeping an eye on their dog, taking him out on walks and stuff. And I've never grown up around dogs. I've never had dogs. It just wasn't something that my family did. So it's been kind of interesting. This is the longest period of time I've been with the dog, and it's also the first time in my life that I've been in like a caretaker role for honestly any animal. So it's been kind of cool. I don't know if you guys have ever dog sitted before, but we've been vibing. He goes on 3 walks a day, and it's the most I've been outside in a couple of weeks. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. Maybe that's just the gamer in me, which I think we can all relate to here. Oof. How are you guys? I don't know if I've asked that yet. I'm an expert for bird sitting. Hey yo, that is so cool. Do you have like a lot of birds? I don't know if we've talked about that before, but that is very cool. I remember when I was a kid, I had a friend who lived like on the street behind mine, and she had like 2 or 3 different types of like birds and stuff. And they were so interesting. Birds are weird to be very like close to. They just don't look real to me. We used to have a lot, but we sold a lot of them. Ah, that's fair. That is fair. That is pretty cool though. Birds are one of those pets that I don't think I would personally ever want, but I love when other people have birds because it's just so cool. I think my family, we've mostly had cats, but we haven't had cats in a very long time because my youngest brother is extremely allergic to cats. Like whites of the eyeballs swell up. It's real gross. Now we just have 2 cockatiels and a 5 or 7 canary burbs. Oh, that's so many. That's a lot of burbs. I'm an expert with dogs and cats. Great little guys. Oh no. Yeah, luckily Kyoto is pretty chill. He mostly just sleeps all day, and then he'll come out and sit out here with me. I think we were watching Doc stream together the other night, and today we've been watching a lot of Hermitcraft together. I am educating that dog on Minecraft content. Moya watches a little bit of Minecraft content, but not as much as I do. I have a problem. Kyoto, I love you. I love Kyoto. I would show you guys him, but he is currently sleeping under Moya's bed. I don't think I can put this laptop under their bed, and I also don't want to stream from their bedroom. The chickens in chat. I kind of want to make more chicken-based emotes because I still have all of my follower emote slots empty, and I don't know what to put for them. But I think it'd be funny if we did more like chicken-based ones. Burbs are underrated in my opinion. Everyone's like, I want a dog, a cat, a hamster, etc. No one is talking about burbs. If you check out some burb posts on Instagram, then you'll fall in love with them. No, that's fair. I think some people might think birds are a little bit harder to take care of, and that would be the main reason, because I feel like, at least in America, having a pet dog or a cat or even a hamster is like so normal. Like most people have, or their family has one of those at one point, and they just, because it's so normal, they seem like they're easier to take care of and easier to accommodate. And a lot of people think that having a pet bird is like abuse to the bird. But that is also a chronically online take I've only heard on TikTok. So that might be why. Birds are smarter than people think. Honestly, I'm pretty sure you could say that about most animals in existence. I think we shouldn't disturb that handsome man. He's so great. I've been taking pictures of him. I don't know if I've put this one in the Discord yet, but it was from this morning. The sun was out this morning and he was just having a blast in the sun. Let's see. Can you guys see? Oh, you can see I'm in front of the window, but there he is, living his best life. I love him so much. Hello, Froggy. How are you? This is just a casual just chatting stream for an hour or two because I can't stream my normal time because I gotta take Kyoto out at some point and I don't want to go out past 9 p.m. to be honest. They are like on the same level as dogs. Yeah, I would say so. I personally, birds kind of freak me out just a little bit, so I don't think I would want to have one, but I also used to feel the same way about dogs. I spent a good chunk of my childhood being very, very afraid of dogs, and now there are select dogs in my life that I would literally die for, so character growth. I love him so much. Me too. Literally, so around 9 to 10 p.m., he'll go into Moya's room and like lay down in his doggy bed and like sleep for a little bit, and then I'm up till like 12 or 1 a.m. and then once I go to bed, sometimes he'll like come out here and lay with me because this couch is a pull-out that I've been sleeping on. It's really comfortable. But he'll come out here and like lay down with me for a little while. It's so cute. Also, thank you, Froggy, for the hydrate. I would like to shake his paw and make him do a little jig with his paws. You could teach birds to actually talk, teach them some tricks, make them hand tame. Yeah, that is cool. I have seen some people do that with their birds. We used to have a budgie who loved to sit and play with my hair, always flying to my head. Aw, that's adorable. That is so cool. Kyoto does not like, I know Kyoto's not a bird, so it's different, but he's like almost a cat in a way where he just kind of likes to sit in the same room as you. And like sometimes he'll sniff you. Sniffing is his favorite thing to do. Like, so last night we went out a little bit later than usual for his like last walk of the day. And he went a different route because I've been letting him like lead the walks to where he would like normally go. So we went a different way than we had been going. And he just stopped and smelled everything. It took so long to come back. Pocket, can I draw you again? I think I've improved. Yeah, of course. I love seeing your guys' art. You're always welcome to draw me. Birds can get really old. On Instagram, I saw a bird who's currently 71 years. 71? I didn't know that. I don't know anything about bird lifespans. That is insane. I know we're talking about Kyoto being an old man, but in human years, he's only like 7 years old or somewhere around there. Like he's significantly old for dogs, but it's not like a long period of time like with the bird. The wise bird. Absolutely. The things that bird has seen in the past 71 years, a lot. That's a lot. I would say birds are like dogs, but smaller and with wings. Oh, I've never thought about them like that before. That is actually kind of interesting. I think it's kind of funny how like with pets, I think a lot of people, it's always like cat behavior and dog behavior, and then they split everything into those categories. I think that's so interesting that birds also fall into the dog category. Some can live up to 100 and something, I think. Oh, so they're kind of like turtles, maybe? I know turtles can live to be very old. Of course, it depends on which kind of bird it is. Yeah, that's fair. I feel like, I know like with dogs, the different like types of dog have different personalities to an extent. Probably because of the way they were like bred. Because they were like certain breeds were bred to fulfill certain roles, which is so wild to me. Of course, it depends on which, yeah, okay. I have 2 cockatiels, and cockatiels can get 25 years old. Oh, that is a significantly shorter lifespan than the other ones we've been throwing out for birds. I'm completely changing the topic here, but I cannot believe that it's August already. It does not seem right. My my mom called me this morning and she was telling me about my nephew who started preschool, and she's like, yeah, his first day of school was yesterday. And I was like, it's summer. Why are they back? What is going on? So passage of time. I feel like the more time that passes, the more confused I am about the passage of time, which is a little strange because you would think that with more time that passes, the more I'd be used to time passing, but I don't know. It does not feel like August yet, but maybe it's because it's only August 2nd, so that might have something to do with it. Pro tip, if you ever should pet big and tall birds, to make sure they have some space to fly. Yeah, that makes sense. You always want to give them room to like spread their wings and stuff. I start school in like a week or two. Froggy, that is wild. I know some of the local schools where I live, they've started back this week, which is early. I feel like a lot of schools in the US, there's not like a one time where everything starts. Like some schools don't start until September, and then some schools will start like anywhere in August. The area that I lived for most of my childhood, we would start kind of like in the middle of August. But where my parents live now and like the state that I live in now, it's like the 1st of August every year. It makes no sense. I don't know why they start so soon, because it's not like they get out any earlier. It's always to the end of May, so I don't know what that's about. You can raise birds so well that they will stay on your shoulder and you can go for a walk with them without being scared that they fly away. Yeah, I've seen that. I think it was last summer. My grandma and Roy and Libby and we all went to up into the mountains and like did a hiking trail. And there were some people there that had like their pet parrots just with them, just hanging out. They took their pet parrots on a hike. So it was pretty cool. They weren't like on leads or anything. They were just chilling. It was so great. I just got home from a lecture. What? That type of wording makes it sound like university or college or something. And I've never seen a college start before my birthday. They usually start either around my birthday, like the week of, or a week or two after. Like I know my mom's birthday is the end of August, like the 28th. And she used to never have to, she's a teacher, by the way. She used to never have school or work like on her birthday, because it would always start like right after. But when I was younger, it was like the first year her university was like, yeah, we're gonna start a little bit earlier. And she was so upset. She's like, why? Why are we changing up the rhythm now? Scotland? Oof. I don't know a whole lot about how Europe does their school years. But I think it's pretty similar to the US on time frame. Like most places that I know of is pretty similar. I know Japan's a little bit different, where like their school year starts in the spring and then they have a summer break. So it's like a similar-esque layout, but it's like the start and end is different, which is kind of cool. I'm taking summer classes to just get ahead. Oh, that makes sense. I've done summer classes for college, but I only did like one class per summer. Because it was just like fill some stuff in, and they were always online classes, and it was like a half semester thing, so it would be for like a month in the summer, and then that was it. So that's pretty cool though. Fall semester doesn't start until the 29th. That makes more sense. I think every year that I was in college, it started like on my birthday. Like my first year, my birthday was on a Sunday. But because it was my first year, they were like, yeah, you've got to go to some extra orientation stuff the day before classes start. So it technically started on my birthday, and then it's just been ever since. Gotta get on that grind to go to med school. Yo, good luck. That's gonna be really cool though. I hope you enjoy it. I took 6 years to graduate with my undergrad, which I think it's not not normal. A lot of people take like 5 to 6 years. I think 4 to 5 is like the average. Most people I know took 4 to 5 years though. I was not hitting that med school grind, that's for sure. But good luck, Suichi. I'll only have college for 2 days in week from 5:45 p.m. till 9:45 p.m. Oh, cool, good luck. I could not do night classes. My brain is not wired that way. I think after about 2 to 3 p.m., I'm done. Done. If I have a class after 2 p.m., I'm physically there, but I'm not mentally there. I'm just so checked out at that point. Which is, like, I've always been like that, but it was never, like, super much of a big deal. But it's only gotten worse. Like, if I don't have something done by 2 p.m., unless I'm incredibly motivated and passionate to do it, it's not gonna happen until the next day. It's a college for economics, so when I finish it, I will be a business economist. Yo, that is awesome. Very cool. True, I get so burnt out. Literally, like when I was in high school, I could get up early, no problem, and I would be pretty productive till about after lunch. Well, I guess like there was a good hour or two after lunch that was still good. And then when I got into college, like my first year or two, I was getting up for the 8 a.m. grind because my mom was taking me to school because I totaled my car. Literally, like, okay, so I didn't get my driver's license until I was literally a month before I graduated high school. And then I didn't have anywhere to go over the summer, so I didn't drive. And then I drove to school for like 3 weeks, and I was taking my brother and a family friend to high school, and I totaled my car. Basically a month into driving by myself, but I think most people do that sort of thing. But anyway, 8 a.m. grind was fine, but after a couple years of doing that, I was not able to make those classes on time. I was very late to a lot of my 8 a.m. classes that I had after that. It was rough. So like early, can't do it. Past 2 p.m., can't do it. My time frame for when I was like good to be in a class was getting smaller and smaller and smaller as college progressed. So I don't think I have it in me to go back. I used to go to work without sleep. Blue built different. I could not. I absolutely could not. Now I'm a business economist. I'm going to Wall Street. Hey, yo, nice. That's gonna be very cool. I hope that you get there. That'll be cool. I don't 100% know what that means. I do know Wall Street has a lot to do with the stock market, and it's a place in New York. That's about it. I have a very elementary understanding of the stock market. It's basically like turnips in Animal Crossing, but a little bit more complicated because it's with like businesses. It's a lot. Is it bad that I want to run around the block of houses? It's 11:22 p.m. Froggy, I can't in good faith condone that, but I can say I have done that. I had a friend in high school. I would spend the night at her house, and we would always go on walks at like 10 p.m. in her neighborhood, but it was a neighborhood that she had lived in for over a decade, and it was a pretty safe area in a very quiet town, so it was fine. So if you live in a pretty safe area and you have someone to go with you, go for it. If not, I wouldn't do that. Don't worry, I did it too. It was like 4 a.m. Oof. I can't say I've ever been outside running around at 4 a.m. to be honest with you. I broke my Switch control. Oh no. That sucks. That sucks. I hope you're able to get it fixed or like get a new one. I don't know what would be easier. I do know if you have the Joy-Con drift issue, you can send it into Nintendo and they'll fix it for free because that's like a issue on their end. But I don't know how they do if you can get your normal controllers fixed for other reasons. I don't really know. Surprisingly, I have not had my Switch break yet. I keep letting my nephew play with it against better judgment, and it's fine. Night walks are really good. Fresh air, it's quiet, perfect to get a clear mind, windy too. Yeah, going on walks at night is so fun. It's just, being outside at night is really cool. because a lot of times, depending on where you live, no one else is outside, which could be a good thing or a bad thing, but it's so nice. Like, I love it. I broke the Joy-Con. I kind of figured with your earlier message. I don't know if you could send that in to get it fixed. I imagine you'd probably have to pay for it, and I don't know if it'd be cheaper just to buy new ones. The moving bit. Oof. Just be careful that you won't get robbed or killed or even worse at night. Yeah, absolutely. I know I pretty much only go outside at night if it's around my house or I'm going with someone. So, should be pretty good on that end. Hello! Wait, I need to slow down and read this. Kivyuko? I don't know if I said that right, but hello, Kivyuko. How are you doing? Ever have leaves in my pockets? Have you ever had leaves in your pockets? But hi, welcome in. I'm doing pretty well. We're just hanging out, doing a just chatting stream from my laptop because I'm dog sitting today, so I'm not at my PC. But welcome in. How are you? I hope you are having a wonderful day. This Undertale song is so pretty. I have been going back through my Undertale phase. So when I first started playing Undertale, I would listen to the soundtrack like every day, and I'm starting to go back there. I'm starting to go back. You have had leaves in your pocket, Froggy? Honestly, I probably have as well. I can't think of any specific scenario, but I can't put it past me, to be honest. My pocket leaves me. That's a mood. Nope, they are hard to get into a pocket, like a pants pocket. That's fair, that's fair. Oh, Undertale has a great OST. It absolutely does. Toby Fox really put his all into that. It's so, like, very... Maybe it's just because a lot of what I listened to mostly was, like, the earlier stuff, because I was listening to, like, the same YouTube video without going all the way through it. But it is just very, like, winter vibes to me, and it's so nice. I have had leaves in my pocket. Amazing, Doc. Apart from jumping into piles of them. That makes sense. That makes sense. I don't get a whole lot of leaf piles where I live because we've got more pine trees than not pine trees. So, probably do a pine needle pile, but I think that'd be a little less fun to jump in. I've had a whole family of leaves. Mood. Absolute mood. I think I've made my online full name just Mel Leaves because I didn't know what to put for a fake last name on Google and my PlayStation so that I wouldn't dox my real last name. I love this song where it's the dogs barking. That's a good one. An absolute banger. Well, I've had pine needles in my pocket. Honestly, that's a vibe. But an actual leaf. I feel like it'd be a lot easier to get pine needles in your pocket because sometimes they're a lot more tough than leaves, but it's also, you could just like scooch it in there. You don't have to, I don't know where that sentence was going, to be honest. I remember collecting rocks and putting them in my pockets. Literally, same, Sweetie. I still do that to this day. It's so great. Collecting rocks when you're just like outside it's the best reason to go outside. Especially when you live like in areas where there's lots of really cool rocks. Whenever we go up to like the mountains and stuff, I always find really cool rocks. I don't have them here with me, but there was this one time that my dad actually found this rock and put it in his pocket, but we went tubing one summer in like this mountain river, and my dad, we were like going through a shallow part, and he just reaches in and pulls up this like black rock that is kind of like shaped like, well, it's a really nice rock. I'll have to show it to you guys later. Makes a really good paperweight and like a bookend. And he was like, "Hey, yo, check out this cool rock that I found." And I was like, "Yo, that's such a cool rock." He's like, "Do you want it?" And I was like, "Of course." And so he just like slipped it in his pocket, and we took it home with us straight from the river. We'll let the dogs out. I think Kyotos might still be sleeping. I have not heard the jingle of his collar moving around. I've had my dad screws when I realized I'm wearing his pants. That's fair. Whose Torcrunch is this? Was it a big rock? It's not the biggest rock I've ever had, but it was about as tall as this water bottle is wide, and probably, oh, okay, it's probably about that long? I don't know. It's a pretty decent sized rock. I'll have to show you guys when I get back to my house tomorrow. I think I'm going home tomorrow. I'll be home for like a few hours, and then Thursday morning we're going to my parents' house, so lots of traveling this week. What kind of mineral was it? I'm honestly not sure. It's just like a black rock. My dad said it was black, kind of like a volcanic rock, but it was in the mountains in Georgia, so I'm not 100% sure on that one. So I don't know. It was really cool though. I do find a lot of quartz in North Georgia specifically. I used to dig rocks out of my grandma's yard. And she lives in the part of Georgia where it's like the red hard clay dirt, and I've found so much like just normal quartz, and I love it. It's so cool. Rocks, absolutely. One of these days we'll have to do a rock stream and I can show you guys my collection. I've been collecting since I was 9 and I'm 24. I'm gonna be 25 in a couple of weeks. So that's a long time of collecting rocks. But I will say a lot of them are like itty bitty tiny rocks. And I hadn't been like intensely collecting that whole period of time. But some of the rocks rocks are generally pretty old, but some of those rocks have been in my possession for a while. And I think one of them even has like a fossil in it. I think I might have shown that one before. I vaguely remember bringing it up before. In my childhood, I used to pick up sticks from the ground and play it as a gun. Oof, not Blue playing the American in their childhood. Oh, I've got to scroll up on chat. We have this one rock that is really sharp and it's black. Oh, that's cool. I have one of those like sharp arrowheads. I think they might be made out of obsidian. It's like black and kind of glassy. I don't know if that's what you've got, but most of the time when I've seen something like that, it's the obsidian arrowheads. But that's because I live in an area that does have some places where they try to capitalize off of Native American things, so that happens in the US. My fave rock, Dwayne Johnson. Valid, absolutely valid, Blue. You are the rock IT master. Do you want to know what I'm trying to build? I know that was to Blue, but if you want to share what you're trying to build, that would be awesome. Isn't your birthday on the 16th? I can't remember. It is on the 16th. I am an August 16th child, and I feel like it makes a lot of sense every time I look at, oh geez, astrology. Every time I look at astrology stuff, it's mostly spot on. Kyoto, where are you? I think he's sleeping. We might go wake him up in a minute, or in a few. He'll probably come out pretty soon because it is getting about that time that I usually have been taking him on walks. So maybe he'll come out. It's a clay oven like they had in the ancient times. That is so cool. That is really cool. If you are comfortable being in the Discord, you should join the Discord and share that because I would love to see that. That is so cool. Finland doesn't have obsidian. That's fair. That's absolutely fair. I used to be American in my childhood, so yeah. You know what? That's fair. Pocket, we have the same birthday! Hey, yo! Suichi, we're birthday twins. That is so awesome. I've only met one other person in real life that shares my birthday, and then there's a couple of people that I've been following online for a while that also has the same birthday as me. There's this one cosplayer that I've been following literally since I was like 17 or 18 years old. And I just found out last year that we had the same birthday. And I was like, it's been several years that that I have known of you on the internet, and you're just now letting us know that your birthday is August 16th. That is insane. August 16th, I'll remember it. Hey, yo, August 16th is on a Tuesday, so I will be streaming on my birthday. I should be home to stream on my birthday. So, it's gonna be really hard to forget, because it's probably gonna be my stream title. Mine doesn't. I was born in September, or December. I don't know why I read that as September. December birthdays are cool, though. Are you, I can't remember, was it like early December, so like a Sagittarius December birthday, or the other, like later December? I don't remember later Decembers. I don't know all of the astrology. I only remember, for people that I know in real life, like, obviously I know Leos and I know Virgos, and I think Taurus might be the other end of September. That doesn't sound right. That does not sound right. But then I know Sagittarius because I dated a Sagittarius once, and I know Aquarius because my nephew's an Aquarius. So obviously I know Gemini as well. Haley's a Gemini, if you guys remember Haley. Same, never met another August 16th birthday. That is so wild. It's in my calendar. You guys are so nice. If people should forget my birthday, then I'll kill them because my birthday is perfectly balanced. It's the 5th of May. 5-5. I love that. My due date for when I was supposed to be born or predicted to be born by the doctors was August 8th, 8-8. It's also Vor Day because the date is kind of like a pun for eating. So in multiple languages, actually, I've been told. So I could have been like you, but with a different number. But I decided to procrastinate being born for another 8 days. I'm a Taurus and I'm a May kid. Okay, yeah, I was completely wrong about that. Is it Libra then? I'm gonna look this up. Is it Libra? Whatever it is what Moya is. Okay, yeah. Into September, early half of October. Moya is a Libra. Why do I keep forgetting that? Moya's not as into astrology as I am, so it doesn't come up as often. I think it's Sagittarius and Capricorn. I don't know. I don't even remember my sister's, but I remember yours. Thank you. I've also been a bad sibling like that. Both of my siblings, I had a really hard time learning their birthdays for some reason. So like the middle sibling, Charles the Madman, his birthday is August 22nd. We've got a lot of August babies in my family. But his is the 22nd. And for like 20 years, well, I guess more like 17, because I realized when I was 20, like I finally got it nailed down. But for far, far too long, I was like, is his birthday the 21st or the 22nd? It might be the 21st. No, it's never been the 21st. I don't know where I got that from. And then my youngest sibling is the 26th of February. And I always want to say it's the 27th. And as we were having this conversation, I'm not 100% sure if I'm correct, to be honest with you. But I think I'm going to lock in the 26th. I'll find out this February if I was correct. Because I'm not just going to ask him outright. It was too comfortable in your mom's belly. Absolutely. I could not have been born 8 days prior to when I was. What would I look like being born on Vor Day? That'd be embarrassing. Fun fact, Charles, the middle brother, the middle child in my family, his due date was August 16th. He was supposed to be born on my birthday, so he also procrastinated being born a little bit. None of us came out on time. I think my youngest sibling was actually supposed to be born on the 28th of February. He was cutting it real close because they were also born on a leap year. My youngest sibling, very close to only having a birthday once every 4 years. Honestly, I'm glad it didn't work out that way for him because I know we would have made a lot of jokes about it and I know they wouldn't be okay with it. I came to the world by a cesarean, the C-section? That is so wild. Hey, yo, Vent! Welcome in, Vent enjoyers. How are you guys? Welcome, Vent raiders. Hello, Vent. Were you playing Valorant? I think I saw that you were gonna play Valorant today. But how did it go? Did you guys get lots of wins? Are you winning, sons? But welcome in. We are just chilling out for a little bit, doing a just chatting stream from Moya's apartment because I'm watching their dog for these few days. Hello, I was. We did okay. Honestly, I've played Valorant with you guys. I don't know who all played with you, but I know you're very good at the game. I feel like you're very good at the game. So, y'all probably did pretty good. It's hard to win Valorant, I feel like. Selam, Alikum Raiders? I don't know what that means. I think Selam might be a greeting. I feel like I've heard that before, but I don't know what the other word means. But welcome. Maybe at some point Kyoto will wake up and grace us with his presence. He's a very sleepy boy. He's been so chill. I feel like he has slept most of the time I was here, but he's always like that, so I'm not worried. Literally, when I was here Sunday before Moya left, they were giving me the rundown, and we hung out for a little bit, and the whole time Kyoto was just like napping on the couch, and they were like, oh, he's a sleepy boy. It's all he does. Salam means peace be with you. Oh, okay, that makes sense. That's cool. It's the way how the people from the Middle East greet. Yeah, I have heard it used in the context of a greeting. I just couldn't remember the cultural context, I guess, like who was saying it and where it was from. That is very cool. I know a code language. Ayo, Froggy, that's cool. Feel free to share with the class, unless it's a secret code language, then it maybe don't. Salam also can mean luck. Oh, that's cool. I don't think I've ever heard it in that context. I think most of the time that I've heard the word is, you guys know, like on children's cartoons and stuff like that, they'll like do greetings from across the globe, and they'll just throw in like hello, basically, and all these different languages. I think that's mostly when I've heard salam being used. Froggy, I see you. I have no idea what you're trying to say with those. I think that's your secret code language. I must get up and stretch, but we'll be back. Of course. It's always good to stretch. I don't know about you guys, but when I'm like playing a very intense video game, usually something like Valorant or League of Legends, lame, I know. I don't know what it is about those games specifically, but the way I hold myself and my posture while playing them, so much tension in my shoulders. Like I have to get up and essentially go get a new shoulder after that. It's hello and nope. Oh, that is so cool. Is that something that you came up with? That is very cool. I love when people come up with like their own languages for like fictional world building in their stories or stuff. Absolutely insane. I don't understand enough about linguistics to do that, and that is a lot of effort. I see you, Froggy. I don't know what you're trying to communicate with that. It's the language of the frogs. Fair. The froglins. I was bored. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people who learned the enchantment table language from Minecraft and also did the Enderman typing quirk thing, I think those people were also a little bit bored when they decided to do that. To be honest with you, didn't fully realize the enchantment table speak was a language. I thought it was random syllables. I didn't realize that it was something. So that's actually really cool. I can teach you all the language of the frog. I also know Ender. I think we've talked about Ender before. The only one that I know for certain is like the Ender one for A, because I feel like everybody in the Dream SMP fandom on TikTok used it for a little while, and I still come across it occasionally. And they only ever used the one for A. They never use any of the others, especially now. The Endermen just speak English but backwards. Honestly, they speak it forwards a lot of the times. It sounds like they say hello a lot, and then sometimes it sounds like they say what's up, and that's kind of like the only things they say, to be honest. But then people have like the typing quirk thing. I don't know, I feel like I'm being pretty clear what I'm talking about, but I've also realized that typing quirk is kind of like a homestuck term. So I don't know, but I feel like in the context, it's pretty clear. They say hi, hello, what's up, and look for the eye, but backwards. Oh, I haven't heard the look for the eye one. That is actually really cool. Do you want me to teach you it now or on Discord? Probably on Discord, to be honest. If you want. I can make a channel for that, actually, right now. Froggy's secret code. I don't know if I spelled any of that right. All right, Froggy, we've got a channel for your secret code. So we can all learn together on the Discord. Cool, I see you. I don't know what that means. Underscore division. I don't know if this was the same for anybody else, but I had such a hard time learning division when I was in elementary school. Hello, Alejo, how are you? Welcome in. We're just vibing right now. But how are you? Hope you're having a wonderful day. I don't think even Jelly knows it. Oof. It says ye. Ah, okay. So divisions are like e's. Good, how are you doing? I'm doing pretty great. We are currently dog sitting, so that's what we're doing, the just chatting laptop stream. And our dog that we're sitting is asleep, but hopefully he'll come out. But I've been doing pretty good. I love dog sitting. This dog in particular. It's very sweet. Yes, I was the same. That's the release date of GTA? Wait. Huh? Blue? What? Okay. Oh, nice. Dogs are awesome. They absolutely are. I'm not much of a dog person. They're a little bit too high energy for me. But this particular dog, he's a little on the older side, but he's always been a really chill dude. I love him a lot. Pets are awesome. They absolutely are. I don't know what it is, but all of my friends who have pets, it's like as soon as I meet that pet, I'll die for them. They're so good. Like literally perfection. I said it is a joke referring to Froggy's secret language. Oh, okay. That makes sense. But no, Froggy, I also had such a hard time with division, and like long division specifically. I don't know what it was that always tripped me up, because I picked up multiplication pretty quickly. And division is just the same thing, but in reverse, sort of. It was so hard to learn. And honestly, I think when I stopped struggling with division was when they started letting us use calculators for everything. I could probably do a little bit of division. I haven't had a math class in a while, though. I haven't done most maths in a while. Just shared an image of my handsome man in the disc. Hey, yo! Handsome man alert! This dog is so cute. Let's see, can I figure out how to share it on screen? I don't know if the last time I streamed from my laptop I messed something up, or if it's like updated or something, but I can just do this. Bear with me for a second, guys. Did I do that right? Where did it go? I don't see it. Wait, I don't think I did that right. We're just gonna do a display capture. A cool display. Oh, why is that zoomed? So sorry. So sorry. Bear with me. I want to show off Suichi's handsome man. Can you, you guys can see everything I can see, but I think that shows up. And now I'm doxing my whole Discord. What a handsome man. I send the ABCs in the server. Okay, I'll have to look at that when I can actually read it and not have to interact in chat while trying to take it in. But thank you, that'll be very cool. I hate math, but my last education, upcoming education had and will have a lot of math. Oof. I feel you, Blue. I was pretty good at math in some regards growing up. And for the first 2 years of my college experience, I thought I was going to be a computer science major, so I took a lot of math classes, which is pretty cool. I took this one class called Discrete Maths, and that one was very interesting. Oh, he's awake. He's hiding behind the couch. But I haven't had a lot of math since then because I swapped to film and then graduated. And the only hobby in my life right now that requires a lot of math is cosplay, but I don't do it correctly to math. Kyoto! I don't know where he's at, but I hear him jingling. I don't know if you guys hear him jingling. I can see my message. Yeah. If you want me to decode something or want me to code something, just ask me. Of course, of course. Where is this man? I hear him. It's infinity. I don't do the display capture very often. Oh, he's eating. I don't do the display capture very often, but my friend Whelm does for a lot of things, and you get infinity stream sometimes. Here, boy. Oh, you're short. Hey. Hey. Hi. You got lots of people on the internet looking at you right now. Did you know that? He's smelling me. I love Kyoto because he'll smell you like he's never smelled you before, and then 3 hours later, he'll come back and do the same thing, even though nothing has changed. Like, smelling is his favorite pastime. Cool math games. Handsome man. Yes, he is a handsome man. Santa Claus is awake now. He's not that old. He's like around 7 or so. Oh, look at the dog. Yeah, his name is Kyoto. He's my friend Moya's dog. We've been watching him for the past couple of days, and it's so great. He's sniffing. He is sniffing like he has never sniffed that carpet before. Let's see. Can I sit this way? Oh, let me make sure I'm not showing anything. Okay, we're good. We're not gonna accidentally dox Moya. It's Kyoto moment. It is. He woke up and decided to come out. It's probably getting about that time for going out again. I don't want to say the word because he's right there. You guys know how dogs are. Probably in the next hour or so we'll take him out. It said Santa Claus because of the jingle. That's fair, that's fair. Moya's got, I've got to swap to the other side now. Moya's got a few different like tags on his collar, so whenever he like moves around, they all like slam together and jingle. It sounds like he's got a bell on when he doesn't, and I think that's beautiful. It did scare me. I think it was not last night, but the night before. I had been watching TikToks for like an hour, and I decided it was time to go to bed. So I was laying there, almost asleep, and then he decides to get up, and I just hear all of this jingling, and I'm like, oh, what is going on? But it was just him. Kyoto sounds like an anime character. To be honest, Moya has been watching anime for like 90% of their life, if not more. So there probably is a little bit of Japanese influence in his name. Kyoto, sir, can we get you to do an interview? He's drinking water now. Maybe we'll get him to come over here, shake his paw, do a little jig. I like the name. It is a good name. I think most names are good names for pets because they're either very like pet names, like, you know, like Max, or like Spot, Oreo. Very common pet names are always good. And then you've got like the less common pet names that still feel like a pet name. But then you got people who name their pets like Bartholomew or something so not pet-like that it's funny. TikTok is such a black hole. Literally, I have 2 TikTok accounts that have roughly the same content on it for like the For You page, but a little bit different. Like one of them's a lot of cosplay stuff, and then the other one is a lot more general and Twitch related. But I don't know if you also spend several hours a day on TikTok sometimes, but I will get on with the intention of only being on it for like 20 minutes and then 6 hours go by. I think it's an addiction. Millie, it's my dog's name. That is so cute. My dog's name is Mr. Miggs. I love it. One of my cockatiels is called Chico. That is so cute. My dog's name is Nova and my cat is Osiris. Oh, those are good names. I like that. I don't know what he's doing, but he's jingling back there. You can see him. He's sniffing. Kyoto. The people wanna, you got dust ball on your nose. You picked it up. Okay. Here, boy. Try not to go on TikTok because I know I will not be back soon. That's a mood. I love how we've been talking about cute animals and Kyoto all stream. Great content. Thank you. He's a good boy. Are you gonna sit down on me? What are you doing? What are you doing? Hi. Okay, he's sniffing. He's smelling all the things. Don't forget rocks. We have been talking a lot about rocks too. One of these days, I'll take you guys through my rock collection. He is sniffing something on that carpet. Love that for him. I think what it is so the carpet usually has a table on it, but I have pulled the table out closer to the window because the couch we used set as the pull out. And so now he's got all of this carpet he couldn't smell before. Hi Pinky, how are you? Welcome in. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Kyoto's back there. I have to keep moving when he goes behind me. And the frog code, we talked about that. Yes, we did. Dwayne, eyebrow emote. Not Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Dwayne Johnson has entered the chat. He's absolutely vibing. What are you smelling, Kyoto? Oh, he's gonna lay down. Wait, I think I can do that. I am just sitting on the floor here. Kyoto Cam. I have a friend who also does Twitch streaming, and she has a dog as well that is also a huge part of her Twitch streams. And she'll have like her dog's name is Cookie, and she'll have a Cookie Cam. And she has this thing integrated where you can use channel points to give Cookie a treat, and it's so cool. I just thought I'd bring that up. I love him so much, me too. Hi Kelsey, how are you? I hope you're having a wonderful day. You were here just in time to see the good, sweet, pure boy. So you're pet sitting and get to stay at whoever's place? Yes, I'm at Moya's apartment. Moya from the Egg S&P. This is their dog. They've had him basically forever. Salam alaikum, everyone. Yes. I would die for him. Me too. Me too, sweetie. Yeah, we have the same. They go nuts when the redeem happens. Ayo, that is awesome. He's so great. He really is. Kelsey knows the code. Oh, that's so cool. Kyoto, I love you so much. I might be your biggest fan. I'll have to pass that on to Moya. Oh, cool. Such a good doggo. He really is. Like, so last night we were on a walk and we walked by this one person who was out with their dog, and the other person's dog was like noticed Kyoto and was kind of like barking at him, and Kyoto just walked by completely unbothered. He was like, yeah, okay, let's keep going. It was so funny. Froggy with the fun not fact. Hey, yo. Well, I almost yanked that out of my ear. Okay. Fun not fact. Oh, I got a fun not fact for you. It's a not fact because no one can prove the validity of it. But like in the early 2000s, there were these wooden paddles with the word yaoi printed on them. They had other words as well, but that was the infamous one, that people would sell at anime conventions. And people used to hit each other with them. It was a wild time. I'm a little bit too young for this period of time, so this is not a primary source example, but there was this story where somebody literally got hit with one of those, and it was usually cosplayers that got hit with them, and people claim that this person shattered the other person's tailbone with a wooden yaoi paddle, and that was one of the incidences that apparently caused them to be banned. They are legitimately and provenly banned at every convention in the US now. Also, another tidbit, apparently there is a suitcase full of these paddles just out there in the world somewhere because the sellers, before they all got banned at conventions, lost a suitcase full of them at an airport when leaving one of the conventions. So that's out there somewhere. He's a brave boy. Kyoto really is a brave boy. He's so good. But that's your fun, not fact. Yaoi paddles were a thing that people used to assault each other with at anime conventions, and it got wild. I love Kyoto. He's so good. He keeps standing over there though. He's so precious. Hi, you smelling me? Yeah? You alright? He started licking my hand earlier, and I think that's the first time he's actually licked me. I know that's how dogs show affection, but I don't like when dogs lick me. But it didn't feel gross when Kyoto did it. Maybe it's because he didn't just immediately start licking me after trying to meet me like some of my friends' dogs do. Necking got banned in high school. Pinky, what the fuck is necking? What is that? How about a useless fact alert? Honestly, Blue, before I changed it to fun, not fact, I think most of the facts I shared were pretty useless. But that could be fun too. He really is a great man. I wish Nova was this calm. Oh, how old is Nova? I know Kyoto's a little bit on the older end. That contributes to his calmness. Can I marry Kyoto? Blue, I'm all for marrying whoever you want to marry, but I don't know how consent would work with that. But in a perfect world where it would work, probably. The circle game, and if you look, you get necked. Oh, okay. I don't think that was really a thing that my high school did. I know in middle school, a lot of people were like snapping each other with rubber bands, and those ended up getting banned. But I don't know of anything in high school in particular like that. That was more of like middle school activities. A zombie game got banned in my primary school. That is insane. I remember when I was in kindergarten, me and a couple other people were really crazy about the like twistable crowns, and it became kind of like a class structure where if you had the twistable crowns and you were like really, really cool, I don't think class was the right word to use there, but it was like the social hierarchy was based on if you had the twistable crowns, and people were stealing them from each other, and it got so crazy. This is kindergarten, by the way. It got so intense that our teachers had to write notes to our parents about how twistable crowns were no longer allowed, and they got banned. Kyoto keeps moving. So that's the only thing that got banned in my elementary school that I went to. I went to several different elementary schools, actually. But that's the only thing I can think of. And still crazy. Oh, I think I missed a message. 5. Oh, okay. 5 and still crazy. Maybe Nova will mellow out in the next couple of years or so, but I think 5 is kind of starting to get old for dogs. I think. I'm not quite sure. He's a baby. He's not ready for marriage. If only he could speak to us right now. He'd let us know. He's an elderly man. Dogs are more loyal than people, so I want to marry him. That's fair, that's fair. I love Kyoto. He's so good. My middle school banned Smarties? Did you guys have a lot of people trying to like snort them? Because that was something kids in my middle school did as well, but it never actually got banned. People started a full-on riot to get it back. Wow, that's intense. Recently, I had a broken heart. The girl says she likes me. I show her my private account so she can see how I look. Oh, online, okay. To see how I can look like. And then she said, you're not my type, but thankfully now I feel better. That's wild. I'm so sorry that happened, Blue. I feel like once you get to like know somebody, especially online, like it feels kind of shitty to pull that. That's wild. Yep, smoking Smarties. Gotcha. We had this one kid in particular that would constantly snort his Smarties. I don't think it was good for him, to be honest, but he was a little wild for a 5th grader. I don't know however he ended up turning out, to be honest. A lot of the people in my 5th grade class, we all went to the same middle and high school until I moved, but there were like 2 elementary schools that filtered into the middle and high school, so it was very easy to lose track of people. That never did. The riots didn't work. I think in my school nothing is banned. People who say personality is more important are the same who only care about the appearance. That is my experience so far with these people. That's awkward. I don't really fully understand it, but I also don't experience attraction like that. So I'm just completely in the dark on that point. It's the Ace Arrow vibes trying to understand. Jesus, snorting is worse. I think it is too. I don't know where it goes when you snort it, but it can't be good. I have no idea. Time to Google him. I would, but I only remember his first name. I'm not gonna name drop him, but it's not a very uncommon name. The only other thing that could be an identifying factor is that his pinky was not like a normal pinky finger. It was missing the top bit, and it didn't really have a nail. That's kind of all I knew about the kid. I have no idea if I'd be able to track him down. I think I would have to like go through my middle school yearbook to see if he even still lived there. Middle school was weird. That was a weird time. I know it is for everybody, but I think I lived in a weird area. Because I lived in, how much information can I give without doxing myself? So I did not live in Tennessee at this point, but I lived pretty close to Memphis. Yeah, that's all the information I'm gonna give on that location. But it was like a small town, kind of in the middle of nowhere type of vibes. And it was a weird area. It's a weird area. But I don't even remember where I was going with that. Middle school was just very strange. Sounds like a Jerry. He was not a Jerry. I have never met anyone under the age of like 30 who was named Jerry, to be honest with ya. I know this is controversial, but currently I'm trying to kill any of my feelings. Like, I don't want to gain feelings for a person. I know it's controversial, maybe it's just a phase. Like, I don't want to fall in love anymore right now since I had bad experiences so far. That is totally fair, Blue. I think a lot of people probably feel pretty similar to you. Honestly, I think the best thing to do is to just kind of let yourself feel, but don't go out of your way to try to find somebody. So if you're just living your best life, Kyoto's gone. If you're just like living your best life and not focusing on like the romance aspect, it should be fine. I think. I'm gonna go with that. It feels like it's fine. I had a friend in high school that would always try to like find people to date. Like she was stressing about it. Constantly stressing about it. And I think once she was in a headspace with it. And after a while, I think she started to realize that she was spending too much like time and energy and like getting hurt a lot, and she didn't need to be going through all that. And so I don't know if you're having that struggle of trying very hard, but honestly, if you just kind of ignore it and just let yourself feel if they come up naturally, you should be good. I feel like I have more to say there, but I don't. There's no more words. I tried to change my sexuality to asexual, but yeah, it's not possible to change your sexuality by force. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Also, asexual does not mean that you don't gain feelings. Thankfully, a friend explained what asexual really means because I mix things up there. Yeah, so I know everyone's experience is a little bit different, but I have been IDing as asexual since I was like 17 or so, 17 or 18, somewhere in there. And I've only recently come to terms with the fact that I'm probably aromantic as well. So we got a good old aro-ace combo. But for me, the asexual part was like just not feeling sexual attraction, and like maybe there was a desire for romance there, but it didn't really stem to intimacy. And some people that are asexual do still enjoy having sex, and it is very much something that they can or will do for their partner. But I think I fall more on the repulsed side, so I'm not doing all that. But that's just my experience. And then the aromantic. For the longest time, I would always struggle with trying to tell the difference between having a crush on someone romantically and then the really, really enjoying being friends with them and it being fully platonic type of vibes, the platonic love versus romantic love. I've always struggled with that. But I've realized recently that a lot of the times when I was attracted to somebody, it was either gender envy. I just thought they were really nice to look at, like a nice piece of artwork, or I just really wanted to be friends with them. It was a very like platonic love, like the same way that you love the besties, or I would even go as far to say siblings. I feel like, at least for me, I have pretty decent siblings, so that's an easy leap to make there. Do you wish you were sexual? Is that to Blue or me? But it seems like it's I'm gonna say that question as anybody who wants to answer. I'm gonna say no, I don't wish. I'm perfectly fine. But that is a good question for Blue to ask themselves to figure out. But based on what they said, it sounds like they've already figured it out. But no, I feel like I don't know that many people that try to change their sexuality unless they're just trying to pretend that they're cishet when they're not. But it is definitely a journey to figure it out, especially if you're in denial about things. I also don't want to be sexual. I just want to be by myself. That's fair. That's absolutely fair. You could be ace. And if you want to use the label for a little while and then find out in the future that that's not how you vibe, that's cool too. I feel like a lot of people, well, not a lot of people, but I do know there are people who kind of, they align one way for a little while and then something happens or something changes, and that's just kind of how it is. Sometimes identity is a little bit fluid to anyone. Fair. That's fair. We're pretty open-ended chat out here. Like, be comfortable with myself, enjoy being single. That is definitely a very important thing to work on. I'm gonna be real with you, that's not something I've struggled with, but I have friends who struggled with that for a while. And after they got to a point where they were okay with being single, not only did it make being single a lot easier for them, but I think it also made them less desperate and less likely to end up with a bad person. So that's always good. That's always a plus. But I think when you're more comfortable with yourself and being single, you're also in a healthier headspace for a romantic relationship. And there's no problem. There's no shame in wanting to work on yourself before you enter a relationship. I hear Kyoto jingling around back there. I wonder what he's doing. For the thing you said, Pocket, yeah, I thought I was trans for months, but now I'm questioning if I'm gender fluid. Yeah. And honestly, Froggy, trans basically just means not cis. That's my understanding of it. That's what I've heard. Yeah. But that's cool. I think I've talked about this before, but when I was first coming to terms with being non-binary, I was able to explore a lot of gender expression through cosplay, and that's when I realized, wait, I actually like not being a woman. Let's see where this goes. And for a little bit, I did identify as gender fluid, but I don't think that fits anymore. But I think it's funny because I think I never actually told my mom I was gender fluid, but Miley Cyrus did an interview and said something about being gender fluid, and my mom said something about it to me, like I think partially as a joke, and then I hit her with that, yeah, honestly, mood, me too, and she's like, oh, okay. So now every time we talk about the LGBTs and gender, she'll bring it up. She's like, oh yeah, Mel's gender fluid. And I'm like, not really, but I appreciate the vibes. And it's so funny because she'll like say that when talking to my grandma. And I've come out to my grandma before, but I didn't use labels. I just told her how I felt. And she greatly misunderstood what I was saying. She did not realize I was coming out to her as non-binary. She just thought that I was a gender non-conforming cis person. So my mom hits him with the, yeah, Mel's gender fluid. And my grandma's like, okay, I don't have a clue what that means. We're just not using the trans label because everyone in my family knows what that means. At least they think they do. That's a topic for another day. Family is really great, but sometimes you get those older conservative religious family members and it gets a little dicey. But we're all good. Going to sleep now because I have to get up early for work. Have a nice stream and see ya. Have a wonderful night, Blue, and good luck at work tomorrow. What a good convo here. Thank you. We try to have some good conversations here. Honestly, I like being pretty open about LGBT stuff because I know now there's a lot of rep online, but I also know growing up there was not a lot of conversation about certain things, so I like being pretty open about it. One of the gender fluid person I know is less helpful than Google Slides. Yeah, that's the thing, especially with gender, it is very different for pretty much everyone. Like there's going to be overlapping experiences and feelings and stuff, but at the end of the day, being gender fluid for one person is gonna mean something different than another person, like when you really look at what it means on an individual level. Because like obviously there's the general definition, but then how it presents in people is gonna be different. So your friend's gender fluid experience might be different from yours if that is a label you end up being comfortable with. If I would have a different sexuality and identify myself as a girl or non-binary, my family would kill me because they are conservatives. Okay, now I'm going to sleep. That is always not a fun thing to deal with, Blue. But on that note, good night. We'll see you next time. I asked them to explain how they found out they were gender fluid. Yeah, I know it's not going to be super helpful because at the end of the day, I'm not gender fluid, but when I thought I might be, it's because I was still mostly comfortable with being seen as female at the time, but I also really enjoyed being seen as male. And that was before I knew there was an in-between area of being the non-binary. And I know non-binary is an umbrella term, but I'm pretty happy being the umbrella without trying to figure out where specifically under the umbrella I am. So that's pretty nice. I think, it does definitely still teeter from day to day, but I think the label that I see that works the most is when people are like, yeah, I'm a non-binary trans mask, and it's like, all right, so we're just non-binary and leaning towards that way more. I can't remember if I said this before, but they called me gender fluid or a femboy. Yeah, you said that before. And just because they pinned one or the other doesn't mean you have to be one or the other, because they may be seeing you, but at the end of the day, you know what's going on in your head. Also, I forgot to say anything about this, but thank you, Plunge87, for the follow. You hit us in deep conversation time. But welcome in, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Sorry it took me 3 minutes to even acknowledge your presence. Sorry about that. But welcome in. Yeah. I'm trying to keep an eye on the time because I don't get up very early. So the later I can take Kyoto out on his walk, like his final walk for the day, the better. But I also don't want to wait too late. Because while this is a safe area, I don't think it's a good idea to be out at dark. It's still pretty light now though. You guys can see all the daylight in here. But after that, like 8:45 to 9:20, it starts getting dark really fast. Especially now that the days are starting to get shorter and shorter as we get closer to fall. Oh, guys, I'm so excited for the fall. I think we've got a really ambitious project on Bones SMP that we're gonna try to do. I think I brought it up Saturday, but I think we're gonna build a nightclub and then have monsters in it, like the warden, specifically the warden. Cause I'm doing this inspired by the Sabbath scene in the first episode of Devilman Crybaby. And I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm so excited about it. I don't know where we're gonna build it. Probably around Spawn, because it'd be the easiest place, but then we'd have to figure out how to get a warden all the way there. But I think I can ask for help. I'm gonna have to ask for help. That's a lot. Like, sometimes I don't mind the she, her pronouns, and others I hate them. Yeah. I know I have some friends that are non-binary, and they're like, yeah, we're a she, they, because no matter what I do, I'm always gonna be referred to she, her. And I've heard some people jokingly say that they use all pronouns because you can't get misgendered if every pronoun is correct. I don't know if that's like actually the reason they use all pronouns, because it is played up as a joke. But yeah, I get that though. I get that. She, her is not me, but I know a lot of people will see me and think she, her. So it only bothers me if it's someone that I've already expressed my actual pronouns to. So like if I tell you, hey, they, them pronouns only please, and then you still hit me with a she, her, that's not a vibe. I hate that. But if I haven't told you, it doesn't bother me as much. So that is something to look at. But I think also, TikTok thinks I'm a lesbian. I think I might know why, but I don't ID as that, so it's kind of funny. But I see a lot of people talk about he, him lesbians. They're very much still woman adjacent, but they use he, him instead of she, her. And I've heard people talk about how because our society kind of structures a woman's role around a man and like their whole identity around a man, when you are a lesbian, it can kind of... They got a weird relationship with gender sometimes, because how do you define your life around a man if you are not planning on having a man in your life? Essentially, that's my very shitty explanation, and I know that's not what you're going through here. But basically, your pronoun doesn't have to be indicative of your gender. If you would rather go by he, him, but you don't feel like man is the best descriptor, that's okay. Lots of people do that. Lots of non-binary people go by all sets of pronouns or multiples. And it doesn't make them any less non-binary. Or any more non-binary on that matter. If you go, it's not one of those things where the more pronouns you collect, the more non-binary you are. The only time I've messed up pronouns is when my friend was questioning their gender and didn't tell me for a month. Or when they weren't out to people. Yeah, that's fair. I try my best. Most people in my life do a combo of pronouns. So, but I do notice if you're a he, they, or a she, they in my life, I tend to default to they, and I'm trying to use both more. But I've just gotten so used to all of the they, thems in my life that are like strictly they, them, and that's just become the default pronoun to me. So I'm trying to use all sets, but I do default more towards they, them. And if somebody is not out, sometimes I still will use they, them. Because sometimes when you're not, sometimes people are like, they look over the they, them pronouns and they're like, okay, yeah, I know who you're talking about. And they don't question it. Like, I notice my family does that a lot because I have a lot of non-binary friends. And I'll just use they, them, and they glide over it. No biggie. I feel like most people, the only people that I've known of that trip up on that and actually point it out are like extreme right-wing people. So I don't know what that's about. Like, I think I'm gender fluid, but also like, am I, or am I just questioning? Honestly, Froggy, I have seen a lot of TikToks that were saying, if you're having to wonder if you're non-binary or a trans man, you're probably the trans man. So if it feels comfy, identify as gender fluid for a while. See if it fits. You can try it out. No one will stop you from trying it out and switching it up if you find out that it doesn't fit. Hello, Kay. Welcome in. You've missed Kyoto. He might come back out though. It is getting a little bit closer to walk time, so he'll probably come back out. But how are you? You've come in heavy hitter conversation time. I hope you can figure it out, Froggy. Finally being comfy in your identity is a great feeling. Yeah, I really do hope you're able to figure it out. But also, you're still very young, so you've got plenty of time to experiment and see what fits best. It's very easy to do that online. So you could, on your accounts now, just kind of go out there and see what works best. Or you could, I know when I was trying to figure out if I was non-binary, I would roleplay. I'd been role-playing online since I was in fucking 8th grade. But instead of making cis, she, her characters, I started making non-binary they, thems. And it felt very comfy to roleplay as them. And that was also part of my awakening. So I'm not saying you have to go roleplay, but maybe try to like write or do something where you can put yourself in the shoes of someone with the identity you think you might have. And that could help you figure out if that's who you are. At least that was part of what I did. That could be something that works. Then I would have to tell some of my friends that I'm too awkward. That's fair. Honestly, when I first came out to myself as being non-binary, I didn't start going by they, them pronouns for like another year or so. I was like a non-binary she, her for a little bit. And I didn't update anyone. I didn't tell a single soul. And then I went to an anime convention. And I met a friend online at the convention. And they were super cool. And they were non-binary and actively going by they, them pronouns only to people at the con. And I was like, you know what? Okay. So a few months after that, I was like, you know what? She, her's not cutting it. We're not doing it. And I updated everything online, but I still never told anybody. But then whenever I would meet new people at cons and they'd ask pronouns, I would tell them the they, them. So if you have like a clean slate, you can start with people, or just change everything online and you don't have to tell people outright if that's a little bit easier. Yeah, there's only a couple of people that I can think of that I've like sat down with and been like, yeah, so I'm non-binary now and here are my pronouns. Moya is one of those people, I think, because Moya met me when I was still in the she, her phase of my life, unfortunately. And also Roy. And Libby as well, but we never actually sat down and talked about gender. She just kind of picked it up with everyone else around me, because there was like a period of time when we started college that I didn't see or speak with Libby. Not for anything that she did. I was a year ahead in school, and then she moved to a completely different state, like across the country for a year, so it's hard. My character is a male, but also the character wears a lot of dresses and sometimes is mostly female presenting, but other times male presenting. Froggy, I understand what you're saying, but maybe we could deconstruct and think about the fact that gender expression isn't always the same as gender identity, and clothes technically don't really have a gender. I know they get perceived one way or the other, and a lot of times gender non-conforming men may be more comfortable being perceived as not cis than others, or not a man than others. But you can be a guy that enjoys dressing femme without being not a guy. I don't know. I'm not in your head, but I guess that's where your friend was saying you're a femboy, but it feels kind of weird to call you a femboy, to be honest. Because I think at the end of the day, a femboy's not like a gender. You're just a dude that likes to be feminine sometimes. So, I don't know. You've got plenty of time to figure it out, though. I have two people that I will probably tell first. It was the best way to explain it on a Twitch chat. That's fair, that's fair. I do hope you're able to figure it out and figure out what fits best for you. It's always, what? Jeez, I'm trying to have a heartfelt conversation and my laptop is getting ready to take off into space. I don't know if the microphone on my laptop picks it up or not. Jeez, okay. Very loud. I think Kyoto's laying down again. He mostly lays in his dog bed, because he's got a dog bed over there. You can kind of see it poking out. And then he's got a dog bed at the foot of Moya's bed in their bedroom. And so he'll lay in either of those two beds, but then sometimes he's like, you know what? I'm gonna go under furniture. I'm gonna go lay under the bed for a little bit. And every time he does that, I panic a little bit because I cannot find him. It's like, I know he couldn't have gotten out, but where is he? Audio is fine? Okay, cool, thank you. I'm gonna be honest, I know everyone tells you to listen back to your streams so you can see where the issues are. Never done that on a laptop stream. I'll like go back and look for clips, but I don't watch the whole thing, so I've never actually known if it was an issue, but I feel like if it was, people would have said something by now. Because I did stream on my laptop for several months before I updated to a PC, so that's cool. Anyway, well, there's still plenty of daylight out. We're good. I'm trying not to make Kyoto wait too long for going out. But so I took him out this morning around 10 o'clock, so that's when I got up. And then we went out again at about 3:30, 4 o'clock, so we should be good. I broke my laptop. Oh no, Froggy, that is the worst. I remember, so when I was in 9th grade, the laptop that I used was my mom's very old laptop from 2008. Which I guess at the time wasn't that old because it was like 2011. But it was still, as far as technology goes, that's still pretty old. So it was an old laptop from 2008. And it would only work if you booted it up in safe mode because that laptop was low-key kind of fucked. And it would overheat a lot. So I figured out that if I set the laptop up, instead of having it open like this, open it like that, like as far as it would go, and then prop it up on plate holders, like the display plate holders, it wouldn't overheat as badly. So I could play on it as long as I wanted. And so I would like read manga on it that way. I would play on Webkins and some other websites I used to play on as a kid. And that setup worked for months until one time I was on it with my brother and his friend was also at the house. I don't remember what we were doing. We were probably on Webkins. Somebody breathed the wrong way and the laptop went toppling over and the hard drive got knocked out of place. So I feel you on breaking the laptop panes. Luckily, that was the only laptop I've ever actually broken. The laptop I used after that was also my mom's old laptop that had been hacked, which that is a whole story. That's not my story to tell. It's a very juicy story, but for the sake of my mother's privacy, I will not tell it. It's a long-ass story. But the short of it and the relevant part of it is her laptop was hacked. And because of what it was hacked for and like how it was hacked, it wore certain parts of the laptop out. So she got a new laptop, and I was using the older one. It had been wiped, so it wasn't bugged anymore, but it still had like the issues. And it got to the point where the screen just would not come on. I think it was like the graphics card was shot or something like that. It would just not come on. So that was the other, I technically didn't break that, but that was my other broken laptop story. I was playing Solitaire, the card game online, and it broke. That's such a terrible way to go out. I hate that for you. Hopefully it's not too difficult to fix. I know some breaks are easier than others. Our knocked out of place hard drive was one that couldn't be fixed, or at least not by the IT guy that my parents were friends with. But hopefully you can get it fixed. I know getting a new one is probably harder said than done, because laptops are kind of expensive. And then they're not great computers. My last laptop that I had, it was like 1 terabyte of storage, and it was a touchscreen laptop, and we paid like $700 for it. It was my high school graduation gift. It's my college laptop. We actually still have it, and it works mostly fine. It's now like the family laptop for whoever needs it, and I love that laptop. I would probably still be on it today if I didn't feel like I needed to buy a Mac for all the Adobe products that I needed to use in my last year of high school or college. And I love my little MacBook. It's great, it's cute. But at the end of the day, it's a really shit computer. It does what I need, but I feel like I kind of wasted my money on it, to be honest with you guys. Macs are okay. The desktops are a lot better, but that's said for any computer. Laptops are made for convenience, not quality. So that's always fun. I think it was the motherboard or the GBY or whatever it's called. Not a very technical person, that's fair. I also am not super I'm tech savvy enough to like use it and to be able to problem solve most things that an average computer user would have to problem solve. But once it starts getting complicated or actually talking about the physical parts, you start to lose me. I thought I was going to be an IT major, so I was a computer science major for the first 2 years of my college life, and halfway through my intro to programming class, I was like, I can't fucking do this. Cannot do this. It was not clicking. So I dropped it and then decided to be an IT major because it was still computers, still good money, but less complicated, less programming. It was the programming that killed me. At least I thought. And I took an intro to IT class, kind of had a shitty teacher. Literally our final exam for the intro to IT class, we found it on Google and it wasn't even like relevant to our class. It was like one of the first few things that came up when you Googled IT college final at the time. I'm not even joking. This is... The teacher was nice. Like, I liked her as a person. Not a good teacher. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm pretty sure she randomly gave out grades in that class too, because there were a lot of assignments I did not do, and she gave me A's for them. And a lot of other people in that class had a similar experience. So that was fun. And then I took a web development class that I actually really enjoyed. I was pretty good at HTML and CSS. They lost me on JavaScript though. Could not do that. And then the next semester was my next IT class. It was like, I'm gonna be honest, I dropped it after the first day, so I don't remember what the class was, but I think it was more like the physical components of a computer. And I went to class that first day. It was my very first class of the whole semester. And the vibes were rancid. I was the only person in the entire room without a penis. And it was weird. And the vibes were off. The professor's vibes were off, and the way he called the roll was just weird. And I was like, you know what? No. I'm not an IT person. I cannot do this. So then I dropped it completely. And then graduated with film and graphic design. We see how that turned out for us, but at least the vibes are not rancid here. So that's good. Froggy with all the prides in chat. We got the pan pride, the trans pride, the bi pride, general pride, just general pride. And then I don't remember what the pink, white, purple, blue, black and blue? Oh, gender fluid. It tells me if I go over it. The gender fluid pride, let's go. And then, is that poly? Intersex. And why did I think it was poly? No hate to people who are polyamorous. Love y'all. The polyamorous flag is ugly. It is so ugly in my opinion. I think a lot of people feel that way about a lot of pride. Why is trans auto-modded? Yes, we got the lesbian, the NB, the ace. Oh, Froggy's telling us what it is. Why in the world is trans auto-modded? I'm gonna be real with you guys. I don't have like a list of banned terms or anything. So the auto-modded is like truly auto-modded. It's like what Twitch has determined to be a potentially bad term. That doesn't feel right. That's kind of wild. How has that not come up in chat before? That is wild. General pride. I don't know if this is a hot take because I've heard people feel otherwise. But the MLM flag for like gay men, I love that. It's so cool. And I love that it's like the inverse of the lesbian flag. Because it's like the same thing but in blues and greens. And I love that so much. The parallels. It's so good. It is so good. But I like that they have their own flag now because I think most people saw the rainbow flag and just, it was everything. It was for everything. I feel like that's how a lot of people use the rainbow flag for a little bit, especially with rainbow capitalism. But it is not July, so we don't have to rant about that right now. Okay. I've got all the Night in the Woods music playing, and I really want to play the game again. I really want to play this game again. I don't know if I should stream it, though, because I've already streamed it. And I don't think people typically re-stream story games unless they're, like, doing a different route, but Night in the Woods doesn't really have multiple routes like that. So I don't know. I'll think about it. I kind of want to start doing special streams where we do things for like longer. Do it. I might. I think I had it on my Switch and I had to archive it. So I'll have to re-download it because my Switch has no storage on it. I need to get an SD card for my Switch because I have no storage. I'll do it. But what I was saying is I kind of want to start doing special streams occasionally where it's like an all-day thing. It's like a big deal and it's not like a normal stream. And I think on those special streams will be more of like a variety space where we can play more than one game. Because I know there's nothing wrong with playing multiple games in a stream, but I personally feel like I can't. And I don't know why. I think part of it is because when I upload the VODs to YouTube, it's easier for the video description and all the like special video stuff, classification stuff, when there is only one game in it. Less sleep. Also, it's nearly 1 a.m. Oh no. I will say, Froggy, When I do the like longer haul streams, I will be starting a lot earlier in the day. I kind of want to do one of those for my birthday, but it's on a Tuesday, so I feel like most people wouldn't be able to show up because of work until a bit later. So we'll think about that. We'll think about it. Or maybe we can hit the Saturday before to celebrate. I'll still be streaming on my birthday if we do that, by the way. I just want to pull up a calendar, please. Please. Okay. No, I did it weird and it did not want to pull up. All right. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it in the Discord. You start streaming at 11 p.m. for me? Yeah. I know when I do longer streams, I'm going to start a lot earlier in the day because love y'all, but I also like to sleep. And I have been live till like midnight before. I think the latest I've ever been live was until about midnight. But that's a long time. And a lot of you guys are from Europe, which I think is so funny. Or not like Europe specifically, but just like Europe time zones and later. What sleep? Froggy, let me get you on this. Sleep is so good. It is the best thing. It is amazing. Only in sleep will I be able to have my favorite anime character be my Minecraft boyfriend. I did have a dream about Dio from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure being my Minecraft boyfriend. It was so weird because it was before I started getting into Dream SMP and before I started like getting heavy into Minecraft. So it was just like kind of out of nowhere. I was like, hey yo, why am I dreaming about the silly block game? I need to wake up at like 6 or 7 p.m. 6 or 7 p.m.? Like you don't need to do anything the whole day? Or is that a mistype? I don't know. But, that's wild. I think... Oh, no, AM? Yeah, that's very early, but sounds pretty typical for school times, which is so gross. I think it is so strange that even though it is shown in studies that teenagers and a lot of other people work best at like 10 p.m. or later, our society is still structured for like early birds, which makes no sense to me, but whatever, I guess. Not a whole lot I can do about that. Mistype? Yeah, that's fair. On summer break, I'm going to the movies with my family. Oh, cool. That's very early for going to the movies, but I hope you guys enjoy it. And what movie are you seeing, if you have that picked out yet? I don't know if your family's the kind of family that goes and then picks, or if they pick before they go. My family does not go to the movies very often, so it's very much a like, oh, this movie's coming out and I really want to see it. We're gonna go see it when it comes out, like months in advance. Like I think the last time my parents went to the movie theaters was when the first Wonder Woman movie came out in like 2017? I think it was 2017. That one was a good movie. I feel like it was a good movie. I don't watch DC movies a lot. Moya and I were talking about this the other day. DC movies are generally not received well. They're generally not good. And they're like very dark and gritty. But the Wonder Woman movie was pretty good. I liked it. But Heathers is also my favorite movie, so I may not be the epitome of good taste. So take what I say with a grain of salt. It's DC Super Pets. Oh, cool. I actually haven't seen anything about that, but it sounds cool. Is it about, I'm gonna look this up real quick. It's about superhero pets, or is it just about pets? DC Super Pets. It's about animals that are superheroes. That is so cute. My nephew would love that. He would absolutely love that. My sister wants to watch it. I hope it's enjoyable. I know some of those like kid movies are less enjoyable when you're in like the early to mid teenage years. And depending on who you are, maybe even into adulthood. Some people just don't let themselves enjoy media that's made for all ages because they feel weird about it. But I hope it's enjoyable for you. It looks like it's a really cute idea. I don't mind it. Okay, cool. I don't know if it's like if it was a my age group thing or if it's like everybody does this, but you get to like a certain point. I guess around like 13, 14, when a lot of people start getting insecure about enjoying childish things, and most of us grow out of that, but then a lot of us don't. It's so wild. Like, you see this sometimes in fandom spaces when you have adults that are like mid-20s and older that are still interested in the same things they were interested in as a teenager, and some people are like, don't you have adult things to be doing? Don't you have like other things you need to be interested in than the things that interested you as a teenager? And they get really weird about it. I don't know what that's about. Is he coming back out? I hear him. Okay, I don't know where he went. He's just hanging out back there. He's walking around. I think he knows it's about time to go out. Kyoto! I don't know what he's doing. Dogs are so interesting. My sister has made me watch worse. Oof, that's fair. Hi, sir. Kyoto is back. Here. Can I see your paws? Can I see your paws? No, he does not want to do a jig. He does not want a handshake. That's okay. Hi. Here. Oh, you're gonna lay down and stretch. He's such a good boy. I love him. Okay, I think he's wanting to go out. So, oh, okay. Hi. Hello. Love him. I don't know if he's just wanting to spend time with me, if he's ready to go explore outside for a little bit. But I think that is a good place to end the stream. His wet nose spooked me. But I think that's a good place to end it. It was fun. We should do just chatting things more often. I always feel like I don't need to do them, but it's always enjoyable to not have to focus on a game. But I will see you guys later. I don't know when the next time I'm gonna stream is, because I know Thursday I'm leaving town to go to my parents, and I think I will see you guys next Tuesday in a week. Don't know what we're doing. No idea what we're doing. Probably Minecraft. To be honest with you guys. But I will see you all in a week. And thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out. I will probably keep y'all updated on Kyoto happenings in the Discord until I leave him tomorrow. But it was fun. Let's see, who is live? Is there anyone to raid? Oh, the screen is so tiny on my laptop. Okay, wait. I've got a better idea. I can pull it up here. Here. Oh, Doc is live playing Minecraft. What's he doing? They're on the Bones SMP doing the travel agency. All right. I'm just opening everything except what I need to open. I'm gonna send you guys over to Doc. Wait. There we go. Got it spelled right. I'm gonna send you guys over to Doc. Thank you guys so much for coming out and chilling and talking with me. And I'll see you all next week. Bye guys, and enjoy your Doc stream. I don't think I have an ending stream here, so I'm just gonna sit here and say goodbye to you guys until I can send the raid. There we go, bye!